cannot show it. She is pretty, but I cannot reckon of beauty as you do.
Her character depends entirely on the company. In capable hands, she might become a valued woman.
Those capable hands have already been at work.
Well, I admit you cured her of that schoolgirl evil.
Well, I'd be disappointed if I hadn't been of some use. But I'm pleased that you should take notice.
Well, there is good reason to believe your friend will hear something to her advantage.
Is that so? Do let me guess the source. It must be Mr. Elton.
No. Robert Martin came to consult me about proposing marriage to Harriet.
Ah.
He's an excellent young man, sensible, straightforward, and possessing good judgment. I praise your young friend, but I told her that she would be fortunate in such a master.
And I have news for you, Mr. Knightley. He wrote to her yesterday, and was refused.
She is a greater fool than I imagined.
Well, I suppose it's impossible for a man to believe how a woman could refuse an offer of marriage. A man always believes a woman is ready for anybody who asks.
Oh, nonsense. A man imagines no such thing. I do hope you're mistaken about your feelings.
I saw her write the answer.
You saw her write the answer. I'll wager you wrote the answer. You persuaded her to refuse him.
If I did, which I'm not admitting, I have done her a great favor. Mr. Martin is a respectable young man, I suppose, but he's hardly her equal. I'm surprised he does propose to her.
Oh, he's not her equal, no. He is most superior in every way, most clearly in common sense. He was as happy as he could be with the Martins this summer, and I knew he wouldn't have approached her without encouragement. If you hadn't turned her into a friend, she would have never rejected him.
You are unjust. Harriet has a sweet temperament, and 99 out of 100 would call her beautiful. And until men start falling in love with well-informed minds instead of handsome faces, a girl as lovely as Harriet is certain to be admired and sought after.
Well, to hear you abuse the reason you have, Emma, I would almost prefer that you had.
And isn't that the feeling of all men? A girl like Harriet bewitches a man's senses and satisfies his judgment. Were you yourself ever to marry, she would be the very woman for you.
I always thought your friendship was foolish. You've puffed her up so that no one will be good enough for her. If you don't let her marry Robert Norton, she may become a boarder at a Scotland school the rest of her life.
We think differently on the subject, Mr. Knightley, so there's little use in debating. She has refused him. Decidedly. No one but his gentleman in education and manner would do for Harriet Smith.
Oh, nonsense. Pure nonsense. He has more gentility than she will ever understand. But since you've such a high regard for your matchmaking abilities, let me warn you that Mr. Elton is your man for Harriet Smith. You will labor in vain.
Mr. Knightley, do not assume to know all of my stratagems.
Well, depend on it. Elton is a vicar and knows the value of the income.
Well, it would be very kind of you to offer advice if I had set my eye on Mr. Elton. But at present, I wish to keep Harriet for myself.
Although I pity Robert Martin's embarrassment, he is far better off without Miss Smith. Good day to you.
Oh, he vexes me. How could he not see in Harriet Smith what I see? Where could she be? Could she have met Mr. Martin at Miss Goddard's school this morning? It would be dreadful if he had to plead his case again. No, it isn't likely. He'd be too ashamed at the response to the letter to seek her out. It is certain. Only someone with my acute powers of observation could have detected Mr. Elton's